Advice for doing delivery blocks with Amazon Flex. Let's go. Okay, so let's have a look at some hints and tips for doing Amazon deliveries. Let's start off with logistics blocks. Logistics blocks are usually a bit longer than the Prime Now and Morrison's blocks. We'll get on to the Prime Now and Morrison's blocks next. But for logistics blocks, let's say, for example, you are booked in to work from 3 till 7 doing a logistics delivery. Logistics deliveries are delivery like standard Amazon deliveries, parcels and stuff like that. You know, that people order from Amazon.co.uk or Amazon.com or wherever you happen to live. They are kind of the standard Amazon deliveries that your average Amazon customer will order. So you arrive at the depot, you scan in, you drive into the delivery station. Important to remember when you drive into the delivery station is have your hazard on the whole time you're driving there. Your hazard lights, they have to be on the whole time. So you're driving in there, you're joining the queue that the marshal tells you to join, you drive in. The delivery guys will bring you out your delivery crate, or trolley rather, they'll push it out. Just make sure that the trolley matches your delivery. So let's say we're doing a 3 till 7, make sure they give you a 4-hour block, not a 4.5-hour block or anything different. This is more relevant if you're doing a shorter block. So that's if you were doing a 3-hour block and they brought you a block on a crate out that said 4 hours, you know, you would have words with them to see what's going on, because obviously you're only scheduled for a 3-hour block. But anyway, let's go back and see you're doing a 3 till 7. What's the first thing to do once you have your crate? Well, the first thing, sorry, I keep saying crate, trolley. The first thing to do is look at your delivery trolley. See how many deliveries you've got. Pop your back seats down if need be, or you could already have them down ready for arriving. Now, take your time and organise your delivery parcels. Now, I usually use a van, but I know most people use a car for flex. So I'll pretend we're using a car for this, that I would use a car. So you want to arrive, you should have your parcel shelf out and your seats down really when you get there. So it speeds things up a little bit. So with those things ready, so your back seats down and your parcel shelf out. Let's see how we organise the parcels. So in the front seat, you're going to want postables. I don't know if that's the official name, but postables are like sort of letter-sized parcels, packages that you can post through people's doors. Now what I do, I pop them into a box. I have a big box that I bought from Wilkinson's or someone. It was like 10 quid, and it's a nice big box. It keeps all your parcels, your postables, in decent order and keeps them all handy, and means they're not flopping around all over the place, falling all over your car, your van or whatever. So get yourself one of them, a nice big box. Pop it on the front seat, put all the postable items in that front seat, or in the box preferably. Have it so you can see the addresses, so have them stacked that way, and you can flick through and see the addresses on the front. So you can get them out quickly and you can scan them quickly, you're not wasting time looking all over the place. So put all your postables in your passenger seat or in a box on the passenger seat. Now, slightly larger items, the packages, get them on the back seat. Organised again, face up so you can see the labels. In the rear seat, in the boot of your car, put the larger packages, and try and remember the larger package, whereabouts you put them in the back. There should usually not be that many large packages, but put them in the boot. Yeah, so that's how to organise your vehicle. That's how I organise my vehicle. That's how lots of other flex delivery drivers, more experienced flex delivery drivers, will organise their vehicle. So then you know where everything is. The app prompts you and it'll tell you if it's a postable item, if it's a package, if it's a large parcel. So that's the best way to do it. You're not rummaging around in your whole car trying to find a certain thing. You're organised, you know where your stuff is. But let's say, for example, today it is the 18th of November, so November time, you're doing 3 till 7, it's going to get dark outside, and the key item to bring with you on a delivery like this is a torch. Don't forget it, a torch is really important. If you're driving into a street, you know, there might be big houses, there might be back from the street, there might be big front gardens behind gates, and you can't see any bloody door numbers. So have a torch, a good torch, and then you can see exactly where you're going. A flashlight, maybe Americans call it, some other people call it, I call it a torch, but you know what it is. It's a torch. Yeah, so that'll light the way for you, and it's always best to be able to see when making deliveries, and it also helps you to find the addresses in the car if you're looking in your boot, you know, or wherever. It's handy to have a flashlight handy, or a torch handy, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so a torch is the key bit of equipment to bring. I usually wear a high vis if I'm doing evening deliveries, just for safety really, because you're possibly getting out on busy roads, but you don't have to wear a high vis. But I do, but that's up to yourself. If you're doing a 3 till 7, you might also want to bring with you like a snack and maybe a drink of water, because it's quite a long time and it's going over sort of dinner time, you know, that sort of thing. And then you might get hungry, or you might even get delayed, somewhere you'll be starving. So just take something little with you, like a snack or something if you want to, or if you feel like you might need it, take it. And definitely bring some water, because you could well get thirsty. Have your phone fully charged when you start. Phone fully charged, so that's important. As well, you can bring obviously a charger lead if you've got access to that in your vehicle. You can run that from the cigarette lighter or the 12-volt charger, you know, and then just have it up to your phone, so it's keeping your phone nice and charged. If you don't have access to that, or you don't want wires all over your car, get yourself one of those battery banks, you know, just a mobile battery pack. Take it with you, plug it in, keep your phone charged, you know, and then you'll be right, because you don't want the juice running out in your phone while you're making deliveries. The app's not as bad as it used to be for that, but it's still not amazing. Yeah, so it's definitely handy to have the means to charge your phone while you're out and about, because if you run out, you won't be able to complete your deliveries, you won't be able to call customers. It would be a nightmare. So try and remember that. So let's go back over the logistics thing. Take your time at the station, organise your vehicle, bring a torch, maybe a high vis, and bring a snack and some water. That's the main things I would say, and a charger, and a charger. So try and remember those things and you'll be fine on a logistics run, no problems. So just before I go on and talk a little bit about Prime Now deliveries and Morrison's deliveries, I would say, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I've got this is, like I say, video 4 in a little tutorial series on how to do Amazon Flex. So the previous videos deal with sort of what Amazon Flex actually is, how to sign up, and some basics of using the app. You know, I'm talking about the app here. If you don't know about the app, watch the video, see if you can find some information. Leave a comment on this one if this is handy or not. But anyway, let's leave it there, and we'll go on to Prime Now and Morrison's deliveries. Prime Now and Morrison's deliveries are usually shorter shifts, so normally they're like 1.5 or 2 hours. And well, they can be as short as 1 hour actually. I've done Prime Now 1 hour slots, but at the minute they always seem to be 1.5 or 2 hours. And they can get pretty busy, especially with like Black Friday and stuff like that that's coming up here, and obviously the Christmas season coming as well. But some tips for Prime Now and Morrison's, I'll just lump these together because it's like pretty much the same thing. So for Prime Now deliveries, you're going to want to have a box again, or what a lot of people use is one of those big IKEA bags. It doesn't have to be an IKEA bag, just a big massive bag. I'll go into why in a minute. So let's say you're doing your deliveries. You're out there and you've got 8 packages, 8 big bags, big brown bags to take to a customer who lives on the 8th floor of a tower block. So you can be making 4 trips for that, and it's going to take forever, or you have to get the customer to come down, which, you know, they might not want to, because after all they're paying for you to deliver it to their door. But anyway, that is another story altogether. But still, if you've got a box, you can pack those bags in there. If you've got a big IKEA bag, you can pack those bags in that big IKEA bag and make it in 1 trip, or maybe 2, you know, depending on how much gear there is. But it will make your life easier. So a big bag or a box, that's really the key for them. And again, a torch, just so you can see where you're going, so you can see addresses. A torch will make your life easier. Excuse me. And the same for Morrison's deliveries. And again, when they bring out the deliveries, have them organised. Keep the customers' gear together. You're doing a Morrison's delivery, each bag for each customer will have a number on. I think it's kind of like 1 to 4, 1 of 4. Something, say they've got 4 pods of 1 of 4, and they will all have a keyword on. So the keyword might be guitar. So everything for that customer will have the word guitar written on it, or it might be I don't know, chair. So, you know, the customer's items are all going to have the same keyword on. So you group them all together and keep them together in your vehicle, so you know where they are when you come to do that guy's delivery or those guys' deliveries. Same with your Prime Now deliveries from a Prime Now station. Just keep the customers' gear together. It's more obvious from a Prime Now station whose is who. So just keep each customers together. You don't want them all over scattered around your car. Keep each customers together. I can't really say that often enough. And again, a torch. I've said torch 100 times. Probably bring a torch when it's going to be dark outside. It makes life much easier. and also a charger obviously for these ones, just the same as for logistics delivery. Obviously they're a bit shorter these, so you might not need it, but it's best to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That's what most people always say, isn't it? That's what I always say, that's for sure. But anyway, so do that. It's easy, stay organized, and I think that's pretty much all that needs to be covered. Keep your vehicle in good shape. I mean, obviously you get it serviced, you don't want to be breaking down and stuff. This is just obviously general advice. Look after your vehicle. But anyway, if you find these tutorials helpful, I will be doing more, so do subscribe to the channel. The next video, or possibly maybe the one after that, depends on how the filming schedule goes around my work, but coming up I'll be doing one on tax, so how to file your tax return, when to file your tax return. If this is a self-assessment tax return, obviously it'll just be relevant to UK people. I have no idea how it works in America or Europe. I'm not sure. But I'm happy to do a little sort of basic tax tutorial for people. I've been doing my own self-assessment returns now since 2014-ish. Yeah, 14, 13 maybe, but I've been self-employed for a long time, not just with Amazon, running my own business and stuff. Amazon Flex is just quite handy for fitting around my other obligations, so I do the odd delivery block. I used to do a lot more, but I'm really quite busy at the moment with other things. But yeah, so I hope this video is a bit helpful for you. I hope you'll come back and subscribe and you'll watch more videos, and have a great time flexing. I will catch you later.